All right, I chose to look at the parallelogram and discuss with my students the relationships in a parallelogram. For the most part, I kind of think that would be a shape that they've seen but not quite remember exactly. Um, and so some of the prior knowledge that I think they would have coming in will be that supplementary angles are going to be equal to 180, or the linear pairs. So A plus B will equal to 180. D plus C equals 180. Um, and so given that, I would have them come up with the rules of a parallelogram. And so looking at angle A, this parallelogram was formed by the two intersecting lines. I guess this would be E and G, I'm not sure. And then this intersecting line over here. But my focus is on looking at the parallelogram. So if angle A is 104.04 degrees, then angle B should be about 75 degrees. Um, if the sum of A plus B equals 180. So what I would do is let them play around with that and come up with um, that information themselves. So what I thought was that the angle should be about 75 degrees, and it is. It's 75.96 degrees. And then I will have them also look at angle C and angle D doing the same thing, getting the angle measurements. So they could actually play around with a tool like this. Oops, I did it wrong. Sorry about that. So go back to angle. I have to hit the vertex first, and then I have to hit each line. And it went the wrong way. I want it to go the other way. Uh, hmm. All right, so okay, it doesn't quite work properly. It's giving me the other part of the angle, but I mean, I could just have them subtract that to find out. So let's see, that one is still doing this thing. Yeah. Okay, it's doing that part of the angle. And I'm not quite sure with the software how to get the other side of the angle, but I will play around with that later. So ideally, they will see, knowing that a circle is 360. So if they get it with this problem, they'll know that a circle is 360. So that's something that another prior knowledge that they will already come with, that they could subtract 360 minus 284.04, and then they will still get 75.96. And likewise, they could do the same thing here. This circle that is making is worth sum up to be 360. So if they subtracted the 255.96, they should get to about 104.04. And then they could check that out. And then what they will see is that when they do that, there are some rules that they could come up with in regards to a parallelogram, that opposite angles are congruent. So A and C are congruent, and B and D are congruent in a parallelogram. And then they may also see that The parallelogram also has two sets of parallel lines.